Popping Bubble Wrap, Tips for Better SRS Sentence Items, written by Khatzumoto, posted in June of 2008. First of all, an admission of guilt. I have misled you. In some of my SRS item examples, I have shown some really long sentences. Wait, hold on. Kung Fu Hustle is on, and it's the final fight against the Axe Gang and the Frog Guy, BRB. I love when he kicks the guys and it makes a bell ringing sound. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so it's all my fault. Part of it has to do with the fact that Japanese has the structural power to handle the creation of very long sentences. Since it doesn't require the repetition and restatement of pronouns, what one might call subjects in English, it can create multiple clause-length modifiers for a single subject without confusing the reader. Or something like that, I don't know. I read this in a book about Japanese. A Japanese one, of course. So, at some level, I thought it would be good for me to put long sentences in the SRS. Also, I probably wanted to show off that I could handle it, prove how elite I was. I don't like doing this as much as it may seem, but this is a website about how you can get really good at Japanese, so some amount of demonstration is probably a necessity. Anyway, I was wrong. Shorter items. SRS sentence items. Yes, they should be sentences, but you must kiss. That's right, make out more. Get the tongue in there and... No, I mean kiss. Keep it short and sweet. Sentences, yes. Books, no. Break up long sentences if you must. I find that commas, pronouns, and particles/prepositions generally represent a good breaking point. If there's no clean, natural breaking point, then perhaps just break by length. Either way, you may or may not want to use ellipses marks to mark your break. You might also consider including the original full-length sentence in the answer section for reference. Right now, as of June 2008, I have an absolute hard upper limit of 10 characters on my Chinese sentence items, with most items being 6 to 8 characters long. It's a bit more fluid for Japanese, but a hard upper limit 30 characters, kanji kana mix, with most items being 10 to 15 characters long, seems about right. Earlier in your journey, you might even want to go for shorter Japanese sentences in the 5 to 10 character range. Remember, a long sentence is nothing but a bunch of shorter sentences stuck together. And even if a sentence looks simple, sometimes you need to make it look even simpler for yourself. Here are some examples, mostly from Momoko, source sentence and resultant sentence only shown. Narrator's note, I'm getting my wife to read this. This is going to take way too long if I try. Source sentence.
マハティールとアブドラの対立は激しさを増し、マハティールは5月19日、自分が30年かけて作ってきた UMNO を脱退し、アブドラがやめない限り復党しないと捨て台詞を発した。
Resultant sentence.
捨て台詞を発した。
Quoted from
田中ニュース、国府の辛抱。
Source sentence.
中村によると我々の現代社会は準備社会だ。
Resultant sentence.
現代社会は準備社会だ。
Quoted from
Slow is beautiful. 遅さとしての文化。
Source sentence.
もう今を犠牲にするのはやめようという彼らの感覚は必ずしも今さえ良ければそれでいいという投げやりな刹那主義と同じではないはずだ。
Resultant sentence.
必ずしも投げやりな刹那主義と同じではない。
Quoted from
Slow is beautiful. 遅さとしての文化。
Source sentence.
アンパンマンが島に降りてみると岩の割れ目の中から鳴き声が聞こえてきます。
Resultant sentence 1.
アンパンマンが島に降りてみる。
Resultant sentence 2.
鳴き声が聞こえてきます。
Quoted from
アンパンマンと青葉姫。
Delete or edit. Sucky sentence items. They're different for everyone, but everyone has them. You'll know them when you see them. You'll feel it. The dread. I see you looking at the sentence item. Yeah, you struggle to find it. Yeah, you entered it. Yeah, it seems important to know. But you know what? You've gone your entire life up till now not knowing that sentence. If it really matters, it'll come up again. Right now, all it's doing is sucking up your time and energy. Remember, you want to get quantity out of repetitions here. An item that's sucky is a weed, feeding off the nutrients intended for all the other sentences. Delete it. Edit it if you really feel like it. But if editing feels like a waste of time, and for me it often does, then deletion is definitely the way to go. Think of deletion as pruning or weeding, cleaning out a minority of overly burdensome items so that the majority can flourish. With sentence items, utilitarianism really works, the greatest good for the greatest number. Length is not the only reason to delete a sentence item. Sentence items you just don't quite get, or that you're afraid might be wrong or awkward, also make good candidates for deletion. This is supposed to be fun. Remember, sentences is not S&M. If it hurts, then it's bad. No means no. Doing sentences should feel like popping bubble wrap, requiring conscious effort while being relatively easy and super satisfying. Not to mention begging for repetition in an almost addictive way. Addiction's not the problem, it's the object of addiction that matters. Doing sentences should make you feel like doing other sentences. If it doesn't, then be aware that the fault probably lies neither with you nor with the language in question, but in individual items causing you dread. Get rid of them like you did your 80s clothes.